this is Autumn Mist back with another tarot reading. Today I'm going to go back to when I used to do pick a card readings, and we're going to have 3 piles for you today. So I'm starting out with the Healing with Angels Oracle by Doreen Virtue. This was the first deck that I was ever led to purchase, and so I guess I know it the best. So this is going to be what the subject is going to be about. So the overall theme in your pile will come from this deck. I usually just wait for them to kind of fall out, or like they'll stick up prominently or something like that. So that's a good example. And there's 2 there, so I'll stick the one that was coming with it. So there's our 3. We got pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. I also have another deck, the Doreen Virtue Angel Therapy deck. I like using both of these a lot. The messages are usually pretty general, so you can kind of see an overall picture a little bit easier with these. Oh, I didn't mean to look at that, sorry. Okay, and then we'll get one more. I feel like that one. So that is going to be just like a bit of advice overall about the subject. And then I'm feeling like taking the Hero's Journey Dream Oracle. My sister got me this one. I love the very like fluid look of the artwork. It's very like shapes and colors, and the pictures depict things. It's just things that you don't really think about. I don't know how to explain this deck. Maybe I'll be able to explain it more. Oh, that's cool. So I'm going to say that is going to be for pile 1. Okay, let's see what else we got for pile 2. So I'm not going to show you guys the piles, but whatever pile you felt like coming here for when you saw the initial picture is the one for you. Trust that initial intention. That's what I want to practice with this channel is your initial idea is the right one. The second one is your ego or your fear or your worries blocking you from continuing. Okay, so I feel like that is all of them. And then they want me to use this Dragon Oracle. I want for one more little closing message for each pile. Alright. And one more for pile 3. Okay, pile 3 got 2 messages. Cool. Alrighty, so I'm going to just stack these up in order. Okay, so in your mind's eye, just take a deep breath and feel which number comes to you. Just let your mind clear, and then when you feel like it's clear, you can open up just a little bit, and that'll be your number. For me, I'm feeling 2. But we'll see what all of these decks have to say. Okay, so for our Angel Healing with Angels card, we get Miracle. So is something good happening in your life right now? Are you hoping for a miracle maybe? Alright, so we have crystals as our clarifier. The energy of crystals supports you and helps with your present situation. So it seems like you need to look into crystal magic to help manifest what you're trying to manifest right now. It can be just to make you feel better so you can get through stuff. It can be something like using black tourmaline to change negative energy into positive. Sorry, my camera just stopped on me. So I have a bad habit of forgetting to delete footage. Sorry. So if you, if you have some kind of ailment or something that's happening right now, look into what kind of crystals help with that. Okay. It could also just be that energy is supporting you in this situation. So for your dragon card, you have Sunshine Yellow Dragon, helps you to help animals. Okay, serve animals, heal, respect, and understand them. So could this be like an issue with your animal, maybe? So maybe they're saying, like, put a little, like, sit with your dog with the crystal or whatever animal that you have and see if that can help them. That could also be this message. So let's see what the rest of the Hero's Journey cards have to say. Okay, so you got 4 total. Alright, so first you got the call, honor the whisper of your soul. So I feel like you have been drawn to helping and healing in an alternative way, and I feel like that is a real thing. Like, there's a reason for that. There's a reason that you are trying to maybe manifest a miracle. You're trying to make something happen that you feel like you can't make happen. Or maybe it just feels like you shouldn't be able to because it's outside of something that you've ever done, but that doesn't mean it's impossible. Be reborn daily. Let go of the past and breathe in your new incarnation. So you got to remember, 5 years ago, you were a completely different person than you are now. When you started your healing journey, even if it was like 2 weeks ago, you've already made progress. And don't forget that. Every single day, as long as you continue this, you're going to make progress. So I feel like the determination needs to be there with using the crystals every day. I know sometimes I go through these weird phases where I'll wear crystals and then I won't wear crystals. I had these 3 crystal bracelets that I was wearing for like 6 months or something like that. And recently I have taken them off and I just have this little purple plastic-y bracelet that my friend's daughter made for me. That was very sweet of her. But that's the only bracelet I've been wearing. And I've been wearing sometimes a gold necklace. But other than that, no crystals. I don't know why. But something about my healing energy is like I need to regulate my energy as it is without the help of crystals. Maybe I used them for too long or something. I don't know. But when I get called to wear them again, I'll put them on. I just took them off and I don't feel like I should put them back on. Build in breaks. Saunter slowly. So, step by step. A lot of people will, like, if you start your healing journey, they'll go out and they'll buy crystals and they'll buy candles and just everything. And they don't know why they need these things. They just think that it's part of, like, the thing because you see it on social media. You see people using them. Not saying you can't. You see here, I love using candles. I have my little cauldron that I give offerings to. I have crystals here. I have another little candle. I have my goblets. Like, I like my things because I like the feel and the vibe that it gives the area. But you really only need yourself. You only need what's inside of you to make this happen. So, and that's because it's this crystal energy. So it's like earth energy. It's soul energy. It's all that, whatever that is that we can measure but we can't see it. That's what you're tuning into. Okay, when you're healing, make sure that you're tuning into it. If you're taking care of an animal, you could try envisioning a chakra healing with an animal, and that would help move things along. If you do that once a day, 3 or 4 times a day, saunter slowly. That means try some different things and see which one works best for you. And then afterglow, land gracefully. So I just feel like this whole the energy of this whole reading is just like chill and relaxed and like don't freak out. That's that kind of energy that's going to make it not end up the way you want it to be. So without the cards, this could be like a moving situation. Intuitively, I'm getting like maybe you feel like you've never, like you couldn't do it alone, something like move alone or something like that. And this deck is saying that you're going to be able to, because you already know the secrets. You already know the magic to step by step, little by little, moment by moment. You're building and you're becoming and you're healing. And that miracle is going to happen because you have gotten to that point in your healing. If I have learned anything in the past almost decade that I've been doing this, you definitely don't get to pick necessarily exactly what happens, but you can put yourself in the position to receive that. Like my job, I was going to college for something similar to the job I have now. I, put forth the effort to go to college, and I got the job while I was in college, but I like the job. I don't want to do something different. I hope that makes sense. I kind of just stopped talking. My channeling just kind of stopped after that. So I feel like that's the end, and they just really wanted me to show you this dragon is nurturing this little fawn, and we see the little bird on top. Whenever you see little birds like that, they're just chilling, staring at you, whatever. I always think of it as like my spirit guide. When a bird like flies in front of your car when you're driving, I just feel like that means the universe is saying like an opportunity is coming to you. Someone's going to cross your path. Another one I like is when you see a bird or an animal with some food in its mouth. That can be a sign of like positive things coming your way in abundance. So I just feel like look out for those signs, because then the time is going to come around and the universe is like be on your best attitude or whatever. They said be on your best discipline. So for me, discipline would be food discipline and working out discipline, which I'm going to work out tomorrow. I just haven't in like a week, and I'm starting to get called out on it at work because they're like, hey, I haven't seen you at the gym. And I'm like, I know, I'm sorry. My son had spring break and I've been working. I'm sorry. But I do need to go. So I'm going tomorrow morning. Alrighty, so pile 2. So your Healing with Angels card is forgiveness. Okay, cool. So in the beginning, I was like, this is my pile. So I guess forgiveness is my pile. Alright, and it's your pile too if you're here. Hello. If you watched all 3, I see you. I watch 3 a lot. I just let it play while I'm working. And throughout like the 3 decks that people read for, or 2 or 4 or whatever, I just like, I'll tune in once in a while to something that is really like catching me, and then I'll just like, zone out thinking about that while they talk about something I'm not resonating with. So yeah, I watch a lot of videos, like readings. So forgiveness and your clarifier release. So this is really just a confirmation. I said what I meant. I meant what I said. Work with Archangel Michael to let go of what no longer serves you or your purpose. So yes, I like working with Archangel Michael. He is a protector angel, but he really just is very powerful, him, and I like working with Raphael as well. I kind of do like a meditation where I imagine that they are using their energy to cleanse, like using a magic eraser to cleanse all my, stuck old energy, get it moving again. And I often feel better. And when I get scared, Archangel Michael's the one I go to when I pray. So he is, those 2 are like my main angels. And I guess I work with the rest of them too, but especially my guides and my ancestors. I don't really work with other gods and stuff, but I have a few times. So work with Archangel Michael to let go of of what no longer serves you or your purpose. So, past us will have gotten ourselves into a situation. And now we have to figure out what we're going to do to not undo that, because we can't undo what's done, but to move on to the next way of doing things. So release what no longer serves you or your purpose. So, for me this year, I was like, I just turned 30, so I need to start taking care of myself. I'm not a kid anymore. And so diet, I changed that. I've kind of been, being lazy a little bit, but I need to get back on it because I've already lost 10 pounds probably. I haven't weighed myself because I don't want to, but it's working. And I need to continue doing it. So I feel like here what you need to release is forgiving yourself for not knowing when you made that decision in the past, and allowing yourself to move forward in a way that is constructive this time. You might not have the same set of circumstances that you had before, but I'm getting that what's meant for you is still meant for you. It might just look different. You may just have a kid now. You may not have a dog now. Whatever ends up happening, just trust that it's all for your highest good. And after you go through this little cycle that you're going through, when you're on that transition again, you'll be able to feel it just like you are this time, and you will be able to take the next step. So a lot of people want to bang out, I know I did, I wanted to bang out the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual healing all at once. And I really couldn't do that. First I had to work on the mental and emotional stuff. And really it was the emotional stuff first, then the mental stuff, and spiritual kind of all goes within all of it. But I feel like I haven't really hit the spiritual yet. I'm working on the physical. So I've got the mental and emotional down, and I keep getting, I keep healing that shit. I'm still going through shit. Especially relationship karma. I don't know what the fuck I did in the past life, but I am so sorry. Anyway, I'm just talking about me. So we need to release all that shit that I was just complaining about. We need to release that. And, because none of that's old thinking. That doesn't serve your purpose. And we got the silver lunar dragon, bathes you in divine feminine light. So feminine is all about what you want. So come into balance and practice peace, harmony, and cooperation. Expand your casual chakra. I think the casual chakra is expand your whole aura. Practice peace, harmony, and cooperation. Can you tell me if practice with a S is normal? Practise? I don't know if that's a misspelling or if that's a different way to spell it. I don't know. But yes, so to forgive and release this energy, we need to look into what we want out of our lives. The quest, plunge boldly into life. So this energy just feels very daunting. She is gonna have to go into that sunset. This is a moon and a little cliff, and this woman is going towards it. So it's you're walking towards the end. You're trying to get the 10 of Wands. Okay? And it just feels daunting. That color is your sacral chakra, so when you feel nervous or whatever in this energy, that's your sacral chakra believing that you can't do it, or believing that you're too scared to do it. Or if it's a good thing, it can vibe differently, but that's just what I'm channeling. Never a crowd on the leading edge. Honor those who honor you. So community, it seems like, is a very, very important part of this. The forgiveness and release within yourself is going to help you meet these people along the way. You may already be noticing that you're meeting people that are different than you would have ever been friends with in the past. And that's because your energy's finally changed to someone who's maybe like more likable or more mature or more kind, just more positive things than you were before. And maybe you didn't realize, the shit you were doing. Didn't realize the way that you were acting before and like regrets it all, but it's hard for people to forgive, So you gotta forgive yourself so that you can move on and you can show people that you are a fucking badass. How much good can you handle? Explore the upward spiral of grace. She is, I love the feeling of these cards. They're just so nice. So I feel like the universe is telling you to try to feel love. Try to bring a positive emotion out of you. Okay? Sometimes we just are so closed off and we don't realize that we can actually feel our chakras. So try to feel love. How much good can you handle? I am one of those people that cry every single time something happens that's like touching or whatever like that. So I can't cry that, I can't handle that much good. Like when my parents got me this little Malibu car for my graduation present, I couldn't believe they actually got me a car. I really genuinely just believed they were going to have some excuse as to why they couldn't get it for me. But they did, and I was so happy that I was crying and laughing at the same time. Like, I had never felt two emotions. I was so confused. I was like, I'm so happy, but like, I'm crying. Why am I crying? That's something I need to heal because I don't understand why it's weird for me to feel love like that. So yes, that is pile 2. I hope you enjoyed pile 2. Alright, so pile 3. So far, pile 1 has been about like what you're working towards, and pile 2 has been about like releasing pent up emotion that you can't process. Okay, so now 3 is about focus. So focus on what you want to happen. Focus on the outcome you want to happen. Focus on what you can do in the moment to reach your goal. And try your best to avoid the things that are not good. That are not helping that. And look, we got Archangel Raphael. So actually in pile 2 we got Archangel Michael. And I went on this little spiel about how I work with Archangel Michael and Raphael the most. So you got Raphael. The healing angel is with you supporting your healing work. So that is just a confirmation on what I said on pile 2 for sure. But both of these angels are great. And I'll say again what I said in pile 2. If you imagine that they are chilling, you're laying in bed and you imagine that they're chilling by you and they got a magic eraser and they're just cleaning out all the nooks and crannies of your body with pure white light that leaves you just like a shiny, glistening diamond. Just imagine your energy, because all you got to do to connect to your aura is imagine that it's happening. And eventually you'll start to feel that energy. And if you got pile 1 as well, that could be where the crystal energy is coming from. That can help you really feel that energy. And Raphael, the first time I felt love with my spirit guides, I was holding rose quartz, and they, sorry, I was moving the camera, and they made me really feel love. Like I felt this energy inside my chest just like growing and growing and growing. So if you want to connect on that level and you feel like you can't, you just have to try. You got to try a bunch of times. And like in the first deck that we were talking about, it was talking about like step by step. Let me find it. Build in breaks, saunter slowly. So just little by little, try to work with your guides. And then we have 2 dragon cards. You guys got 2 dragons. We got Golden Atlantean Dragon. Like Atlantis. Golden Atlantis Dragon. Helps you remember the wisdom of Golden Atlantis. Awaken. Bring back your knowledge, gifts, talents. Reclaim your mastery. Okay? So you are who you are for a reason. And focus on that. Focus on why you do what you do. And then we got Dusty Pink Dragon from Andromeda. Sorry, I know it's a star. Or it's a constellation or something like that. Is it a galaxy? I like the pink. But again, that is love. Remember we were talking about love with Archangel? So knowledge and love. Prepares all your chakras to embody higher love. Y'all, I didn't even look at this card, and this is what comes out, okay? Accept and radiate higher love. Touch others with its flame. So this whole reading, is really encouraging you to connect with your higher self and to connect with your energy and your aura and like feel it and just kind of feel like where you're stuck. Try to imagine that knot is coming out, or that a flower is opening up. We got 10,000 angels. Lean on your circle of supernatural support. Ask your guides to help you out with this. Okay? I like doing channeling like through typing, so I will just kind of start out like, hi, had a nice day, blah, 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 blah. And eventually the spirit guides will catch on, and you kind of just like start typing whatever they're saying to you. You should try that. Or you can just sit there and try to talk to them and see. It's not like you're hearing a voice. You just kind of like get this response in your mind that isn't yours. Ocean of emotion. Find a safe place to express your true feelings. So definitely do this alone. Go in your car, on your break, or whatever you need to do. But make sure your energy is alone, or you're going to get other people's energy in you, which isn't a bad thing, but you try and just focus on yourself. So at night, it's good to do that. Where you are at is where it's at. Stay still until you are divinely moved. So the universe is like, okay, so if you are new to this, that's where you're at. If you are a novice at this, that's where you're at. If you're intermediate or advanced, that's where you're at. Just go from where you're at, and one little thing each day will bring you to knowing yourself better, knowing the spirit better, and it all starts with focusing on healing the energy of your mental, your emotional, your physical, and that will, in turn help you connect spiritually. So thank you so much for listening to this reading. If this helped you, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Let me know what you thought, and if you have any other ideas that you want me to read about or any questions you have, let me know in the comments. I hope you have a wonderful day.